Hello, idea scholars. Welcome back to another music lesson. This is Miss Michelle, and this is lesson 23, week 6. So, week 6, lesson 23. So, we are basically at the finish line. We're just very much, like I said, at the finish line. We're learning just the few details there is to know about the recorder. Yes, there are some things we need to improve on, we might need to work on, but don't be discouraged if you feel you haven't mastered this instrument. There is going to be a semester for the fall, so you can always feel like there's no rush, right? There's no rush. There's time in the fall to actually master this instrument, and we're going to be learning more instruments and tons of new music vocabulary, different kinds of music genres, different kinds of instruments. There's so much to learn with this music class, and I hope you guys feel excited just as I do. So don't feel discouraged if you haven't mastered the recorder. We're learning, right? And learning the recorder, learning really a new instrument takes time. It takes time, it takes practice, and maybe this short amount of time that we had playing the recorder, maybe it may not be enough for this semester, but like I said before, in the fall we will be including our recorder in our lessons and tons of more instruments, right? So just FYI on that. The fall semester is going to be great. There's going to be a lot more to learn, and that's always amazing to just keep in mind. So, without further ado, let's get started. Remember to drink yourself some water. I'm actually going to take a sip right now. Drinking water is just amazing. It refreshes you. If you feel sluggish, you feel like you're getting a little tired, maybe getting a little tired from playing the recorder, just get yourself a little bottle of water, have it on the side with you. Drink some when you feel a little dehydrated. That's all it takes, and it keeps you healthy, it keeps you hydrated, it just keeps you refreshed. So without further ado, let's get started. Remember, I encourage you to complete your exit tickets, because your exit tickets gives you credit for your attendance. So make sure you are completing your exit tickets. Without further ado, let's get started. So I wanted to share something with you guys. I'm having a little trouble with my soprano recorder. For some reason, every note that I play just sounds a little pitchy. See how it goes a little pitchy? I think I need to properly clean it. So I'm just going to show you guys and take this time and take advantage of showing you the correct placement of your fingers. That way you can focus on where to place your fingers, and but I will be demonstrating you how it's supposed to sound. I've got a recording here of how the soprano recorder sounds. So we've got the tools. Right now my soprano recorder needs to be cleaned, and I've tried cleaning it with my little tool here, but it seems like it's having a little bit of issues, and I don't want to give you guys the example because it might just sound like it's off. So you see how it sounds a little pitchy, and I didn't have that problem before. But like I said before, I'm going to take this time to take advantage and show you guys in detail the placement of your fingers, where it's supposed to be, and that will give you just more detail on the visual of how it's supposed to be played. So, first things first, I'm going to show you guys the movement, the finger placement of each and every single note, and I want you to follow along. So, excuse me, those of you who have your no. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I got to drink a little bit of water there. My vocal cords are failing me a little bit. So just drink yourself a little bit of water if you feel you're getting a little parched. So I'm going to show you guys, for example, if I show you guys D, I want you to play it. I want you to show me how it sounds. And even though I might not be present like physically to hear you, it's great for you to understand how it's supposed to sound. So let's do that. I'm going to show you the placement of the fingers. You're going to play as I go in detail with each note, and then I'm going to show you how it's supposed to sound so you can play along with us, right? So let's begin. We've got our D. Go like this so you guys can see. The first note is going to be D, so place your right hand on your thumb. Your thumb should always be on the back with this covering this little hole. So maybe you're playing it with your fingers in the front, but your thumb is not covering this little hole. It's gonna sound completely off because that's how it's supposed to be placed the correct way. So thumb on the back, first 3 fingers, 1, 2, 3. There we go. With your left hand, you're gonna grab the bottom of the recorder. Index finger goes to the next hole, middle finger right there, ring finger right here. So basically your pinkies are not doing any of the work. So we're just tucking them in, curling them to this, to where they're not in the way, just like that. And we're playing them just like that. You could have them placed here. Just make sure it's not confusing you, right? So you can have them placed, but for me, it just confuses me a little bit. So I just kind of have them not in the way. So let's start off with D. Want you to play that. D, D. So play that. D, D. Okay, awesome. From D, we're going to transition to the note of A. So we got D, D, A, again, A, awesome. And then we've got B, B. Again, I'm going slow because you're going to be playing it, right? So we got B, B, A. We go back to A. Let's try that from the beginning. D, D, A, B, B, A. From A, this is A. From A, we're going to go to G, just like that. So from this to this. So play that, play this, and then play that. G is played twice. G, G. Come back with your left hand. So that's when your left hand comes in. F sharp. Oops, there we go. Just like this. So this little hole, we're not touching this guy right here, right? This is not what we're supposed to be placing our fingers at. It's going to be F sharp, and F sharp is like this. So this is, let's try it again. G, G, F sharp, F sharp. Awesome. And from here, we're just taking our fingers and placing them up above right there. Just one little hole above. This is E. E. Again. G, G, F sharp, F sharp, E, E, D. Awesome job. Now let's jump into the second line. It's going to be A, G, G. Awesome. Let's try it again. From A, second line. First note we begin for second line is A, G, G, F sharp, F sharp, E, and then we go from E to back to A. Awesome. So we've gone through just basically the second line because the second line repeats. So I'm going to try it one more time with you guys. I want you to play it with me. We're starting off in the key of A, which looks just like this. A, G, G, F sharp, F sharp, E. Let's go back to A because that's how the song goes. From E, From E, we transition to A. Again, from E, we transition to A. A, A, G, G, F sharp, F sharp, E. Awesome. Beautiful job, you guys. Let's try that one more time. A, G, G, F sharp, F sharp, E. A, G, G, F sharp, F sharp, E. Beautiful. Now we're on to our third line. So this is third line. So third line, we go back to D. There we go, just like that. So follow along, play it. D, play that. D, play it twice. D, D, A, B, B, A, G, G, F sharp, F sharp, E, E, D. Try it one more time. D, D, A, B, B, A, G, G, F sharp, F sharp, E, E, D. Awesome job. Beautiful job, you guys. I'm sure you played that absolutely beautiful. Now, I'm going to play the recorder. I'm going to play the recording of the recorder, which we have a soprano recorder. So if anyone asks you what kind of instrument is that, that's a soprano recorder. So, like I said before, I'm having issues with my recorder. I think it needs to have a deep cleaning. And if you're having issues with your recorder as well, you might want to consider having a deep cleaning. Make sure you're doing that with a parent, right? So I'm going to put that to the side real quick. And then I'm going to play the recording for you. And actually, I want to show you guys still the movement of the fingers. So play it along with this. We're starting off with D. Remember, we're starting off with D. And then we're going to go continue the whole song. So ready? Get in positions. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. That was a little fast, but I think we can do it again so we can feel a little more sure. So starting off with D, I'm going to come a little closer and I'm going to replay it again. Awesome job, you guys. I'm sure you played that so beautifully. You guys are all doing so amazing. I'm going to end this video right here. But before I end this video, I want to let you guys know that you're doing such an amazing job. in our live sessions, I did see we struggled a little bit, but that's completely okay. I don't expect you guys to know this instrument perfectly because even Miss Michelle has made a couple mistakes, and you guys have all seen that. The point is to just practice, get better, stay dedicated, stay determined, and you will succeed anything, everything and anything you put your mind to. Just remember that. So don't feel discouraged if you're messing up a little bit, you're not completely sure with the instrument. I don't want you to feel like it's not fun anymore. The point of all of this is for you to just have fun, enjoy that, the time that we have, the time that you're practicing. Music is just an amazing, beautiful thing. It's just a beautiful work of art. And if you really have that passion for music, like I know you do, you're gonna find some pleasure playing this instrument, learning how to read notes, how to read music. It's just just amazing to really feed off all this knowledge, because when you get older, let's say you go into high school, you want to just keep feeding this interest in music, and you take a choir class, you take a band class, an orchestra class, you're going to have an idea of what you're gonna you're gonna have an idea of what you're gonna expect, right? You're gonna have an idea of what you're gonna see in this class. So in other words, all this knowledge that we're learning here at the summer program is going to continue to just expand your mind when it comes to music. So even in college as well, you have to take some kind of art credit. Maybe you take a music class because that is your interest, and you find that's your passion. So all of these amazing things is for you to just enjoy and have fun. So just remember to have fun with it. You're making a few mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, and that's the process of learning. So don't feel discouraged. You're doing an amazing, amazing job. So give yourselves a pat on the back for that. Make sure you're drinking your water. I always have my bottle of water here. You guys know I always encourage that. Make sure you are completing your exit tickets so you can gain credit for your attendance. You may be watching these videos, but if you don't do the exit ticket, you're not going to get any credit. So make sure you get the credit you deserve. And without further ado, I'm going to just say goodbye here and say how I've had just a wonderful time with you guys. You guys are all doing so amazing. And until next time for our last video of the summer program, I'll see you guys then. Bye, guys.